attracting opportunities, and business business is always booming. So I would love to hear more from you, Bruno, Naomi, Opong, and if you can also bring your cameras on, that would be great, so we can at least be able to identify you as you speak. But I would like to hear more for Opong because Doug said that he had just come off of another session where he talked about his business, and so you probably are the freshest guy in the room to talk about your business initiatives and what we can do to help you.
I think, Chris, just as a verification, I think Opong, if you could share more about what you're looking for, and Nima, if you can share as well, that would be awesome. Nima is the one from Tanzania, and she empowers and supports women entrepreneurs and young leaders to be better leaders, and also to have an export mentality and the actual exporting process. So she's kind of right in the wheelhouse, and we're getting her set up as a global chamber person there in Tanzania. So Chris, that's a little bit of background on those two. Sorry to interrupt, Opong. Do you want to go first?
Definitely. I'll hop in and go first. Chris, group, a pleasure to meet you all. My name is Opong Anjaman. As Chris said, in the Houston area, bouncing around. But Chris, I am very new to being an entrepreneur. Looking to learn. Was very excited to join Global Chamber, just knowing the prestige of the group and also how much knowledge I can absorb from everyone in Global Chamber. So I would describe my state of my business as nascent, but I do have experience in business development, experience in partnerships, and experience in conflict management, and looking to grow my own business and also contribute to the group however possible.
Excellent. Nice meeting you. And so where are you based out of?
So I'm based in the New York area, but interest in Houston as well. So
okay, great, thank you. And then can we go to Nima?
Sorry, I just wanted to say there's a couple points, and I'm going to send you the link, Opong. Are you already in the GC community around mentoring?
So the GC mentoring community I am not in. If you could send that to me, Doug, it'd be greatly appreciated.
Okay, I'll send you the link right now.
Thank you.
Sorry, Nima. I'm sorry to interrupt. How are you?
I'm fine. Hello, everyone. It's evening in Tanzania, so yeah, we're back home. I'm working from home now. I'm Neema from Tanzania. I am the CEO and co-founder of Integrated Empowerment Initiatives. That we are working. We have we do almost everything, but our two major projects is export readiness for women and youth entrepreneurs, but also helping from young age to be export ready, to give them financial literacy and all those other leadership skills. And also I am the CEO and co-founder of African company that we have herbs and spices. We also have tourism souvenirs that we make with African prints. But also we do have some sort of helping businesses, the ones that want to come invest in Tanzania, to show them the best areas to invest. So I welcome you all, and also I'm looking for people in the advisory board in our organization. If you're interested, we can meet up. Thank you very much.
Well, good meeting you. And are you on LinkedIn? Can we connect there? And I can extend some of the advisory opportunities that you may have to some of powerful women leaders that may be interested in serving with you.
Thank you very much. That would really be great. Thank you.
Yeah, we do have a gentleman from Namibia, David Sebulon David, and Sebulon actually works with the U.S. State Department from Windhoek, Namibia, and he puts together a entrepreneurial program for women in Africa with the United States government. And so that might be something of interest that we can also connect you with Sebulon David so he can help to further your organization's initiatives.
Thank you very much. Yes, I'm going to drop my LinkedIn on the chat box.
Thank you. Like to go to Terry Levine. Terry typically updates us on some of the things in which he's working on. If you're available, Terry. There you go. I see you. You have to unmute, Terry. There you go. Thank you.
Yeah, drive safely over there on the Texas freeway. You have a lot of storms at this moment. Hello, I'm Jerry Levine. I'm one of the two global advisors at Global Chamber here in the state of Utah. I'm based in Park City, Utah. We're outdoor and now a future Olympic station for the Winter Games 2024. So we're going to offer again good games for the world, for the US of the world. Basically, I'm an entrepreneur working in the food, farming, on one side, the hospitality, the social media, revenixon.com, and we are specialized in creating websites and social media for small medium business, entrepreneur, non-profits. I'm a lot involved here in the non-profit sector of Utah, from mental health to tourism to culture to music festivals, let's say feeding, things like this. I'm also a French-speaking tourist guide, working a lot with Quebec and French-speaking world here, bringing people to beautiful state park and national park like Zion, Bryce, Canyons. On the global side, basically, I try to make links between Lions, Southern France, and this part of the US. You have some exchange of artists. We recently received some people from the Alliance. For those who are in the sports events, for example, Governor Spencer has signed an agreement with Jean-Baptiste. He is part of my alumni of the EMU School of Trade of Alliance. He's the head of a non-profit called Sport de la Ville, Sport in the Town. The idea is to bring sports events to underserved youth in urban cities of France. Spencer Fox met him during the Paris Olympics, and he's going to come to Utah to see if he can bring this concept in the state of Utah. Voilà. So, voilà basically what I'm doing. Bienvenue en Utah.
Thank you, Terry. Appreciate you, man. Okay, and let's go to Bruno next, please. Bruno. Okay,
There's two other people in the call, Bruno and April. Are either of you available? And definitely put your last names in the chat if you can hear us, please, so that we know who you are.
Hi, this is April Dixon. I am not able to speak, but I am here. I put it in the chat earlier. I am here listening and learning.
Okay. What's your situation? Are you a member of Global Chamber? Where are you located? What are some of the things you're involved with?
So unfortunately, I'm not able to speak right now. I have an alarm going off in my daughter's apartment, so I apologize. I am a former member in San Antonio and wanting to rejoin.
Fantastic. Well, we'll take care of that. Good luck with the alarm.
April's been a very a great long supporter, and I'm glad that you're on, and I hope that everything is going well. for you. Thank you for being on today. Okay. Well, just some quick updates. In San Antonio, we're actually planning for the GSA to return. The White House had an initiative for African American business during the month of August, which was National Black Business Month. And they came to San Antonio. They were here for 3 days, and they met with business owners, showing them how to get into the GSA schedule. The GSA is one of the largest federal, I would call it catalogs of everything that you can buy from A to Z. It also has a listing of services in which government can contract through. So the GSA was very impressed with their initial visit. Global Chamber supported Black business San Antonio, and we've been offered the opportunity to host the GSA in October. So we'll be gearing up for that. The goal for GSA is to put more San Antonio entrepreneur and small business owners into their catalog, and they came with the goal of making more millionaires. In fact, they said that some business types may even do better than being just a millionaire, a multimillionaire that we're talking. So they were very exciting when they were here, and I anticipate that, for instance, if there are services that are offered throughout the state of Texas through Global Chamber, we can also make sure that those businesses can come into town and be recognized with the GSA. So that's probably the big thing on our horizon. Of course, we're always looking at trying to help to support initiatives like the NCAA tournament that's going to be hosted in San Antonio. We had a guest speaker who spoke to our community about contracting opportunities for small businesses that are located around the Alamo Dome. And so again, this is a great opportunity, especially those businesses that are service related businesses. You have a chance to reach out to Global Chamber and learn more about how you can get into the NCAA Final Four tournament that will be held here in the finals for next year. We are also in the process of creating our own office in a medical group. It's called Evolve, and we've had a number of meetings there now. We're now just trying to solidify the new office location. Evolve basically has a co-working space, and many of you may be familiar with what co-working spaces look like. So we were offered the opportunity, as well as to figure out how we can look at some of their spa services and to create some value for Global Chamber members. So I'm looking forward to putting that together. Global Chamber Austin, we just had a meeting talking about Tech Week, and that looks like we're going to be invited to be a part of the Tech Week in Austin. Our deputy director put something that was really well together. We had an 1.5-hour conference call to discuss the details, and so we're very happy. Actually, I see Valerie, if that's Valerie from Austin, she can tell us more if you have the opportunity. Valerie, can you do that?
Yes. And I'm assuming you're talking about Capital Factory, correct?
Right. Yes.
Okay. No, awesome. So I will actually pull up the email. I was going to forward it over to everyone today after the call. So hope everyone is doing well. It seems like everyone's on the go. I'm also not in video myself, but a little bit about what I've been working on. So Chris and I've had a couple conversations with Capital Factory. They have an Austin startup tech event, October 28th to be exact. And we're actually going to be focusing a lot on putting together an international track, specifically potentially a panel for ourselves. So we're going to be going over some topics here. So give me a second while I pull up exactly what those topics look like. Here, give me a second. And I'm not really too quite sure what how many panelists will be able to have. I think that each of the panelists will be able to have 20 to 30 minutes. And Chris, correct me if I'm wrong. I still don't have the email pulled up here in front of me. But really just talking about the technology in Austin, what is yet to come in technology, what are things to focus on, is there such thing as sustainable technology, the importance of AI, the non-importance of AI, is it dangerous at all to the community, and how we can plug ourselves in to build the Austin startup community. So that's a little bit about what some of the conversation is going to look like. And then after we jump off this call, I'll be able to send it over to everyone that's in attendance today to see who would be interested in being part of the panel. So once I pick up the email, I'll be able to talk about it in more detail. But definitely put your email in the chat if you want to be included on the communication thread with Capital Factory so that we can all collaborate together. But that's a little bit about what the international track looks like for the Austin Tech Startup event.
Hey, thank you, Val. That's wonderful. And we do look forward to doing something new in Austin with Tech Week. The Capital Factory is also located in San Antonio, not just in Austin. So we may have some great bandwidth to do some things after Tech Week there. We also have as our board chair, who is a techie, Edward Pope. And Edwin Pope is the president and CEO of Digital Genetics. And so that's also someone that we should bring into the conversation so that he's very familiar with what we're intending on doing. Does anyone have any questions for us at this point?
What is the date of that event, or does it have a date? Hi, Valerie.
So yeah, so the date is here. I actually just have it up. It's October 28th. And I finally just pulled up the email so I can go over a little bit about what the organization will have the ability to do. So one is the opportunity to host one session or a pop-up that we've marketed as part of the Austin Tech Week official programming, include provided blurb, as well as a link back to the Austin Tech web and any related event listing on the home site, include a provided blurb and call to action about Austin Tech Week to your mailing list. But then specifically, they'll include our logo as a community partner on their website, and then they'll be able to give us some signage. So this is like some of the promotional stuff that we talked about. And then they said receive 5 free general admission tickets to the Austin Tech Week, and then also featuring the organization as a community partner. So this is kind of a couple of the stuff that we talked about in terms of promotion, but the session description, like I had talked about, generally speaking, potential current challenges Global Chamber can outline would be like navigating rapid technology advancements, fostering innovation and collaboration, talent acquisition and retention, as well as the last part here, scaling businesses and sustainability. So I will forward this over to everyone. And then again, we can collaborate and we have some time in between. So that's a little bit what it looks like.
Thank you. Did I answer your question, Doug?
It was October. I didn't write down the date. Sorry. What was the date?
28th, sorry.
October 28th. Okay. How is your grandma doing?
No, she had passed.
Oh no. Really sorry.
Yeah. No, it's okay. Thanks, Doug.
That's only just been the last couple days.
Yeah, there's been a lot of planning in between, and actually trying to find her plot with my mom. So there's just a lot of what's nice about it is that the family has really come together. We have a really big family. She had 9 children altogether, including my mom. So we definitely have a big family that kind of, went off and did their own thing for a while. So, with this comes everyone kind of coming back together and trying to help where they can. And obviously a very unfortunate event, but But yes, I'm sure she's much at peace now. So
Sorry to hear that.
no worries, no worries. Thank you.
Okay, um, so those are the main areas in which we're focusing on right now. And I'm not certain that we need to do the full hour today, but I do welcome any questions or comments at this time. And if there's anybody that has not introduced themselves that would like to and talk about your business, please do so. This would be the appropriate time.
I'd like to encourage everybody, Christopher, to join the GC communities. I think you're in at least one or more, but for the chapters in Texas and Texas overall, I think there's a group. And so encourage in other areas of the world where we have these, both on topical issues like AI, as an example, the topical issue of AI. There is a group of members that are talking on a regular basis, on a daily basis about AI and what's going on. They did an event yesterday on artificial intelligence, and then now after the event, they're continuing to communicate. So what I like about that and what I think members really like about it is that instead of just doing events that are like one and done, we now have a continuity of thought and conversation where we're conversing with each other. We do an event, we present, or a variety of things happen. Sometimes we talk, sometimes we don't. And then afterwards, we have another opportunity to get connected. And the groups are mainly connected on topics like AI or exporting or logistics or motivation is one of my favorite ones. There's one on mentoring that I invited Opong to join so that he could connect up with people who are interested both ways in terms of being mentored and mentoring. That one is a little bit of a newbie group. So there's only a few people in there, so we need to give it time. And then there are the regional ones. And so I think, Chris, you're in a few.
Yes, I'm in a few, and I'm learning still how to move within the various communities that are there. But excellent job with the upgrade for Global Chamber, and I'm hoping that these communities will be so beneficial for the members for years to come.
I also, by the way, Chris, and for everybody, I just got another preview of the Global Chamber app. So that's taken a little bit longer than we thought, but it's basically going to be in beta next week, and then we're launching it in September. And it allows you to sign up for events. It allows you to identify types of events that are interesting for you and for them to be put in front of you rather than 600 events a year. The ones you want to see, you'll have access to. You'll also be able to connect up with people during the meeting and connect up to their profiles. It also just is another way of getting members to connect up with each other. So it's kind of cool. So watch for watch for that. Going back to AI, by the way, we just formed an AI council within Global Chamber that's led by Colin Christie. He was in the meeting yesterday, and he talked a little bit about some of the plans that we're putting together for furthering the application of AI within Global Chamber by the end of this year, and then another set of applications for next year. We also have formed a Global Chamber Global Council, and the co-chair of that globally is Dr. Sanjeev Kagram, who recently stepped down from Thunderbird School of Global Management. And so one of the many things that he's doing, including launching a bank to compete against Silicon Valley Bank, he is chairing this Global Council at Global Chamber. So watch for more on that as well. Some of the stuff from headquarters.
Thank you, Doug, for that update. I just want to give a personal testimony to say that I've been with Global Chamber since like 2017, and I've seen some fabulous results from my own business. And I've received this Titans Award recently, and that was because of my work with some business people around the world. They thought I was a standout. They had I guess a criteria for the award and select. Never had a chance to say thank you to you, Doug, and to Global Chamber overall, because it's organizations like Global Chamber that enables people like me to be able to be effective. It was, when I was a little boy, I used to think about, how do you communicate around the world to people without having to fly, on planes and get there to them, or to run up long distance phone bills that we used to have back in the day. And so now we have a platform like Zoom that we're able to use. We have business owners that come from all different parts of the world, from Africa, Asia, Europe, Americas, and we're able to do business. And so I thank you, because it's still a very novel concept that many people in our world still needs to know more about. Thank God we have a global chamber that we are connected with 525 metropolitan markets around the world. And it makes it so it's such a welcome. And so when governments look at global chamber, they see a tool that they can use that can connect their cities or counties to the world. And I just want to continue to ask that our members to continue to share our membership with those who need to know more about those opportunities. And then we have the various trainings and the various speakers that we have on the Global Chamber calendar that is unlike any other chamber. I mean, you can always go to Global Chamber's calendar of events, and you can see there's activities there for you every single day. So that's my other shout. But just thanks again. And I have about 2 or 3 more speaking engagements that I've been asked to talk about some various topics that relate to business or to relate to leadership. And I'm very thankful that my story with Global Chamber and my story overall is attractive for those to ask me to do these types of things. So I thank you. And I'm going to do one more reattack. If anyone has anything else that they would like to add or contribute, then this is your time. If not, we're going to close a little early today. But I do thank you for coming on.
You're amazing, Chris. Congratulations on the Titan Award. That looked amazing.
It was amazing. And, it's totally, I give God all the honor and all the glory, because, if anyone knows me, that I was fighting stage 4 cancer, maybe 3 years ago. And doctor said, I'm sorry. And they were apologizing like this was it. But I'm thankful that it wasn't it. So, and I have great life. I'm feeling really energized, and every day is a good day. So, oh man, look at you, Doug. Thanks. With the screensaver. That's
I'm going to keep that screensaver
Love
on
it.
speed dial, man.
That's amazing. Congratulations.
Well, thank you. And
you clean up well, dude.
I'm cleaning up much better. I have an SD bestie that takes care of my skin, make sure that I'm looking hydrated, and that's half the battle. We should all stay hydrated anywhere in the world. Stay hydrated. I see you smiling, Opong. You know what I'm talking about. You gotta stay hydrated.
You're absolutely right.
Yes.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah. Opong, tell me a little bit more about yourself, your own personal journey. I mean, outside of just your business piece that you shared. Like, who are you, sir?
It's a great question. I'm learning each day, who I am. But no, I'm learning a little bit more each day. But I originally I'm still Cynthia and Opong's son, from Windsor, from Northern Connecticut. So I find myself in New York, married to my beautiful wife. I am thankful to be in Global Chamber. I've been in technology for the last 11 years. looking to continue to grow in business development partnerships and just as a professional. And part of the excitement of Global Chamber is that there is, you know, like you said, 525 different cities that I can learn from. And there's always going to be different cultures to continuously learn. And I consider myself a lifelong learner. So yeah, that's who I am in a nutshell. I'm sure, Chris, what I'll do is I'll send over some times and we can actually have a Zoom chat, me and you, so we can introduce ourselves formally. I don't want to take everyone's time because you did give some time back today. But yeah, that's who I am. And if anyone ever wants to reach out, my name is, I'll put my name in the chat with a link to my LinkedIn. Always happy to chat, and looking forward to growing with Global Chamber Texas.
Opong, you mentioned Connecticut. What part of Connecticut are you referencing? I grew up in upstate New York in a city called Newburgh, which is next to Danbury, Connecticut. So when you say Connecticut, New York, I mean, it was only like 30-minute drive or so to get. Yeah.
Yes, Newburgh. Very familiar with Newburgh. Actually, went to SUNY New Paltz. So went to SUNY New Paltz for a few years. Yeah. Billy Joe's Rib Works on the water. Great place in Newburgh, right? So yeah, I grew up in the Hartford area. Played basketball, and yeah, there's some good basketball players in the Newburgh area as well. So it was yeah. We'll definitely talk. I'll send you, what I'll do is I'll find you on LinkedIn, Chris, and I'll reach out and I'll schedule some time when you're not in the car for us to actually meet.
Okay, wonderful, perfect. All right, y'all. I don't hear any other reattacks, so thank you all for joining us today on the Global Chamber Texas Meetup. And again, if you want to do business in Texas, reach out. I'm on LinkedIn. You can hit me on the email at christopher@globalchamber.org. That's my email handle. And again, we're so excited about the things that we're going to be doing in Austin with Tech Week. I thank Valerie for giving that, update and so forth. And again, this was our informal meetup today, but thank you so much for all that came on. You all have a blessed day. Thanks, Terry. I see you.
Hey, the Douglas are from Texas. You're Mr. Houston, as I wrote on the chat.
Love it, love it, love it.
Going to update, keep on Instagram. So our African friends, forgot to mention that also support the Intoma Africa Center. We have 2 people from Tanzania. So our friend from Tanzania at Valley University.
Oh, wonderful. Terry.
We have a strong African student community at Utah Valley University, Illinois.
Well, that's awesome. Nima, thank you for joining us. Bruno, thank you for joining us. And we will see you the next time.
All right. Be well. Have a good weekend.